Thanks for listening to the Girls Chat podcast, brought to you by Purple Unicorn Productions. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Girls Chat Pod. Also be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can find deleted scenes, bloopers, and exclusive Girls Chat content.
I'm gonna say it like the girls on the plane.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah, that's exactly how they was. They was back there gossiping. She was like, I don't like her. I just don't know why. I just don't like her. And then
they weren't there for the story. I forgot.
just these girls
So
that were
introduce,
sitting.
just we're
Tell
here.
the story.
Hey,
Wait,
we're here.
do what first?
Just go. We're here. Go ahead.
We're here.
Tell your story.
Oh, my story. I didn't know
Yeah.
about. Okay. So I was on the plane coming back home today, and there were these girls from Detroit like sitting. At first I thought it was just behind me, but then I realized that they were kind of like all over the plane, and the flight attendant in me hated them. But the girl in me, like, I really wanted to be their friend. They were like playing music out loud on their phone and singing along, but it wasn't like just like literally the only part I can remember was like, till you feel it in your stomach. But they are, but when I say they are at the top of their lungs, and like I was like, it was like, but I get it, but it was weird. But they were back there having the time of their life. I was really sad I left without somebody's Instagram because I wanted to party with them this weekend. When I got out to the like arrivals, they had a big ass Sprinter van come pick them up. It was even more of them than you could imagine. So they're about to have a great time. Shout out to them.
Yeah,
And shout out
because
to
one
Detroit.
day the Girls Chat podcast will be able to have put it in your stomach type of trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it in your That's gonna be me.
That's how the hand up and everything.
Like one day, even if we just go to freaking Orlando, even if we go to West Palm, bitch, even if we go down the street,
Yeah, something.
we
We'll get it
just
together.
Need to do it.
And we're gonna get margaritas. That's what they asked for. Y'all got margaritas? Just like that.
Well, welcome
That
back to
sounds
another
entertaining.
episode of the Girls Chat podcast, where we
Want
don't take
margaritas.
And that's all.
We have a special guest in the building today.
Yeah. It is my best friend,
Bianni.
Hey, friend.
Brittany.
Hey,
What's
Brittany.
Teesus?
Ain't nothing.
I've been
ain't
waiting
no
a long time for this episode.
Wow, so you guys are really gonna put me on the spot now.
You're the special guest girl.
Tell me I'm funny, but I don't see it. But you,
No, she is hilarious.
You're
And the crazy part of this, I know. You know, some people they be like, I'm not that funny. No, I know. I just wish I was funny online. Like you know, some people they're just so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I'm really hella funny in person or on the phone, but online I suck.
Yeah, I
It's
feel that. I
terrible.
feel that
It's terrible.
a lot, and that really does suck because, like, I feel like you have the personality. I feel like I have the personality. I feel like we all have the personality to be these like people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, follow me on Instagram, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and bitch, we should be rich as fuck just for being our fucking selves because bitch, we're funny. Like,
Yeah.
yes, and it's
We
just.
crack each other up. We be in here crying.
But I feel like all of us are very just low key on social media. Like I
agree.
feel like
I know,
literally-
at least obviously I say it all the time. I just feel like I'm gonna be the next president, so I'm just so scared to like, go out there. And then my dad is also like a PI, so I've said it on here. I mean, I've said it like whenever we get to talking about something that could be a little risque, I'm like,
Not me, bitch. Bring all the risk. You was just talking about putting it in your stomach.
No. I was quoting someone else.
I feel that.
It was a
Listen.
song. It was a song.
And it's not put it in your stomach. It's put it in your stomach. You got to
Yeah.
put your arm up when you do
Did
it.
anybody Google the lyrics?
Listen,
yes,
I
what
wanted-
song is
No,
this?
It's some Detroit shit.
What song is
Some
it?
Detroit shit.
should
When it
all
starts
tell you.
off, it sounds like it's gonna be on Back That Ass Up,
Okay.
but only
It
for
might-
a
yeah,
quick
that might be
second.
a nice song.
No,
that might
it-
be a little
listen.
bop, a little
Listen.
jam.
It was like every time that I was about to say something to them, they did something that kind of made me like before, you know, so it was just,
it's like not even, it's probably not even just the flight attendant in you. It's also like the black girl in me that when I see people in public, sometimes it's like, you have to be the black people. Like, you know, these white people in here already have this idea. And then it's like, yep, you did it.
I just feel like, why do you even, like, when I go to work, I'm a flight attendant as well, but I'm not like conforming myself to your average flight attendant.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna be me, like, and that's just who I am culturally.
Right.
And guess who gonna follow? Them same white ass people.
Facts.
Now I ain't saying go and be like, bitch, what's up? Like, cause you do that on my plane, we're gonna have a problem. Like, we're gonna have a problem. Like, so
right.
But just in general though, like, yeah. So.
I agree with that with anybody. Like, not just with black people, with anybody. Like, I can't stand when somebody goes somewhere and cause a scene and make a for what?
Did y'all see them people fighting in Miami airport?
There was a time I went to Hooters. There was some drunk.
I want to hear both of these stories.
Drunk white people.
Yes, like they just came from a baseball game. There was kids, like 3 or 4 kids, and there was like, I guess, the last table, so we sat there. Were you sitting?
Oh, that's when
Okay.
Yeah.
And they were making me
They were
really
obnoxious.
uncomfortable because they were obnoxiously loud. I'm like, you got your kids here, bro. Like, can you like act like somebody? Like,
Nope.
No.
I love it when they do that personally. I be acting ass.
Well,
I want to be that person for once. Like, I be egging them on. Like, I like it. Like, hey, you want to act an ass? I like watching shows where white people look stupid. Why?
You right.
Because I'm tired of us being that narrative.
Yep.
You right.
So,
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Hey, y'all, watch Love After Lockup. If you want to see white people act an ass,
I've seen a
few episodes too.
And it makes absolutely.
and I didn't even know like white people be going through them kind of problems.
No,
like they be having hella hardship. Some of them.
Yeah, there is a
like they be ghetto.
But you know what's crazy is that
Ghetto
even
here.
those ghetto white people feel like they have an
Oh,
up
yeah.
on the richest black person.
Yeah.
Like, on the most
Well, that's
uppity
because
black
that's how
person.
society made it feel.
Yep.
Even though they can be the trailer of the trashiest, but they still gonna have that privilege.
Yeah.
So
Because it just
How
comes with
wild.
What I
Makes it
will
feel.
say though is the flight attendant who was serving them named margaritas, like
Oh, they did
she
get
was.
them.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
but she was kind of smart though because they was like, yeah, let's get 6. That off the bat, they was like, yeah, she was like,
I only got 3.
well,
That
exactly.
would
She's
be
like,
me.
well, we only serve one at a time, or so and I was like, oh, here she go. But she ended up being so sweet to them. Like she did not even as you know, because like I said, they really didn't take it overboard. It was like right when it was about to be like, girl, they always stopped and they always calmed down, or you know, so it wasn't too bad. But the flight attendant was so sweet, white lady, older white lady too, so sweet, so like.
She didn't hear the lyrics.
She didn't hear the lyrics. She thought they were talking about the margaritas. That's what she thought.
Margaritas in your stomach.
Yeah, I want one in my stomach
How
too.
enthused? I'm enthused. Where's the party, girl?
Let's
I
quote
hate
this
them.
here. The name of this episode is "Put It in Your Stomach," because clearly
That's why some attention.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
So we have to take
And if you
topic.
know the name
Oh,
of that
shit.
song, if anybody is listening from
Right.
Detroit,
No, I'm gonna find it by the
Yeah, we're gonna
time.
find about
This
it in this
job.
episode.
listen.
Right. I feel like we should dance it out to that.
Right.
Walk it out, like
dance it out to that.
Like the banner fall.
That's it.
the outro, bitch. Put it in your stomach.
That's terrible.
And that's on who?
Detroit.
And that's on Detroit.
Casey has table topics for us
Table
today.
topics.
It's fitting after this dry April. It says, what alcohol can you never drink again?
Ooh, I know off the bat, Smirnoff Ice.
Ooh.
Why
Wow.
are you drinking that? Let's get down to the
So
bottom of that. How old are you?
this was one weekend. My
How old are you?
parents. Listen,
High school, bitch.
No, I don't think I was in high school, but I definitely wasn't old enough to buy liquor yet.
You want to be on All American so bad.
Right.
Smirnoff.
Smirnoff. I don't know. Who invited her?
Allowed
I
to come
deal
back.
with this.
No.
Dang, I introduced you as my best friend. Dang.
That's attached to you forever. Forever.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So my parents are going out of town, and Amari, Sydney's homeboy, his older brother, we were like, oh, what? Me and Sydney were like, oh, party at our house.
He had a brother.
Yeah, he has an older brother. And Tony went. I'm probably gonna get Tony arrested.
Don't say that.
This is years ago.
I was talking about Tony the Tiger. You know,
they're right.
Right. He was real great.
Yeah.
He bought us 2 bottles of this Smirnoff Ice, and baby, it was up. It was like there was quite a few people at my house.
Where was I, bitch? I lived across the street.
No, you were in Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
But it was like
Get
Brianna.
my ATL on, bitch. Get my new on, bitch. Like,
it was Brianna, like the twins and Sydney's friends, and we just drank entirely too much of that, bro. When I said like, and you know, when you're young, I don't remember, probably like. It was, and it ended up being like, it was supposed to be this fun night because our parents were out of town and everybody got really drunk, but nobody knew what they were doing. So people are throwing up. Like we dropped one of our friends home. He's throwing up outside of like my dad's car window. And then he was just angry and he was like breaking CD cases in the back. And I'm like, but now I'm getting mad. I'm like, this is my dad's stuff. Like it was so bad. We drop him home. He refuses to go in his house. He causes this big ass scene outside. His mom comes outside. So now we're terrified. Nobody's old enough to drink. Right. She's just like, oh my God, again. All right. Just come up. But you know what color that was. So, but it was, I mean, I just simply after that, that was the first and the last time that I had Smirnoff Ice. The smell of it alone puts me right back.
I'm just curious.
To that night.
Your parents don't watch this, right?
No, they don't. And if they do, what they gonna do with me?
Bitch, that's incriminating. They might.
They might. They just might. I can't and I won't drink Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey.
Why?
I agree.
That's her
I
drink.
haven't actually had that in a while.
But that was your drink for a while.
I in college at some point had bought that, and then I don't know, we left it in my car. Some way somehow I left it in my car and spilled in my car. And it was like a summertime here. So it like baked in my car. And then I was hungover as fuck the next day and I not only left the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey, I also left like a McChicken or some shit that was in there because I was drunk as fuck. And got in my car the next morning, and that is all I smelled.
It smelled like Benihana. You know, you leave Benihana like take out in your car.
I did that.
Like ass.
Yes.
You could leave it in there for 5 minutes.
It smelled so nasty, and it spilled on like a dress or something that I had, and I didn't know it had spilled on the dress, and so I put on the dress, and I was wearing the dress, and it just smelled like Jack Daniel's, and I cannot do that.
That's a valid reason.
Ever again. I feel like there's other liquors too, but that's just the one that like
really sticks out.
What is a liquor we used to drink in college? Like,
girl, E&J.
E&J is another one.
That's disgusting.
Ooh.
We should be ashamed of ourselves.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't want
You don't. It's all, you don't know what it is because it's never eye level in the liquor store. It's always at the bottom. Like it's really bottom shelf. Oh, Bacardi, we used to run that up too. Bacardi 151. 151.
Oh goodness,
I'm gonna go
this is
there.
all hurting me.
151. I'm gonna go there because it tastes like
gasoline.
Yeah, like
it's supposed to be gasoline.
It burns the entire way down,
like hot. Like you know how you have heartburn and it's not like a heat. Like it's heartburn. It's different. No, like 151 literally
lights you
up your chest. Like that shit is not good.
I'm convinced it can like peel the paint off the wall.
I don't know. You guys are giving me COVID. Like it's burning your inside. I'm getting COVID.
Maybe it'll cure it.
That's probably they took it off the shelves. They took it off the shelf. Yes,
if you're feeling symptoms by that,
right?
I think that will clear
you right up
all up
by morning.
Like clear it.
I don't have a I used to say Hennessy, but that's my go-to now.
Really?
I got pregnant off Hennessy. And it's her fault. Like the next day, I remember
Robyn?
I remember I did some stupid ass shit. Like, and I was recording it all. Like, I was an ass. And I was posting every last thing. So the next morning, I woke up and I seen my story. I was like, thank God you could fucking delete fucking. This was Snap. This was when Snap was like real popping at the time. I was like, thank God you can delete this shit because I'm stupid. and I posted, I was like, thank God for you could delete Snapchat stories because blame Robyn for whatever I did last night because she got me drinking Hennessy. But that's my shit now. But now I feel like when I first started drinking, I didn't actually start drinking until I was probably 21, like for real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Patron used to be my thing. Like I used to be able to take shots back to back. But now tequila, I cringe.
Any tequila?
You don't even like
cringe.
Casamigos?
Any tequila?
I don't like no Migos. 18 black, bitch. Don't come around me with nobody Migo. Not Offset. Not like I don't want no fucking Migos. Like so.
Why did we invite her?
I have no idea. I'm just
Offset. I don't want Takeoff. Like I don't want none of that.
I'm just
No
here
fucking
like,
Migos. Like,
girl.
I just don't. But the smell of it, like how you said it's like gas. I feel like I could put that in my car
Yeah.
and drive.
I
So,
like it.
Patron?
No.
No.
Casamigos.
Oh, Casamigos.
like
yeah.
any tequila for me,
It's just not it.
it's just not it. Now, and if it's masked, like hidden in a margarita, that
could do
can
it?
work.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I gotta have sugar around the rim, not salt.
Right. Yeah, that makes a big difference too.
It does.
That makes a really big
Makes
difference
it
too.
last gasolina.
Yeah.
So,
Um.
and that's on who?
And For Loco, that was my last one.
Oh my God.
Trying to talk over it.
Like,
Four Locos. You know, I don't think I ever got into Four Locos like that. I think I was
Wow.
I
I
did.
feel like I had it. Wait, it was another one after Four Loco. Like once it, what was it called? It was
Something
another
else?
one, like a quick one after Four, because Four Loco
you're
got.
talking about the Capri.
Yes.
Like the,
Oh, that
yeah,
wine
I've never
shit.
tried
Capriccio.
Bitch, I died and came back alive. Like
I got fucked up.
no,
I never tried it.
But
No,
not like
I didn't try it
I think I got
either.
more fucked up on Four Loko than I did on
Definitely.
No, that
Definitely.
Capri, whoever is fucked up.
I saw something the other day on Twitter, of course, and it said that I saw this on Twitter, of course, the other day, and it said that one Four Loko is, I don't know how true it is, but is equivalent to 6.5 tequila shots. So I was like, that makes sense.
No way.
Well, I thought it was banned.
No, it
You can
is.
have one can for the whole crew. Don't get it
Dead
fucked up.
ass.
Yeah.
Like for the whole crew.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's banned actually. I feel like I've gone
They
to
had
a
to
gas station.
redo
Yeah,
a
it's something
formula or
different.
something because that was a thing.
Yeah.
We could go to
definitely.
the store right now and buy a Four Loko.
No, thank
You could go to the store right now and buy a
I won't drink a Four Loko thinking of Robyn's Four Loko accident. Like that makes me not want to drink. No,
That was
Four
with
Loko.
Kelly.
Oh, in Tampa.
Yeah. I mean, I had a couple Four Locos, I ain't gonna lie. But when we were with,
drinking a Four Loko right now.
I mean, I never drank it out the can. I got class.
right
We
now.
were in Tampa cutting up pineapples and shit in our
In a
Four
Four
Loko.
Loko.
Yeah.
I literally
Classy with it. What
Like,
you thought?
literally.
Wow,
What you thought?
Like,
we
okay,
were already drunk. Like we were already
just
drunk
made it
and was
worse.
like,
And y'all trying to make
ooh.
it a sangria?
Like,
Yes.
girl.
Yeah.
Classy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a blue Four Loko. I would
remember?
never
Not
forget it.
me.
remember the
I didn't
color.
drink the blue one.
I'll never
All I
forget
remember is that boy came over and he fell out that chair. Do you remember
it.
that?
Yes, I do.
Stretch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he fell
wow.
out that chair, and that was very funny.
I don't know how you guys remember.
And he
things
was
like that.
sprawled the hell out.
No, there's a
'cause
lot
he's
of
so
shit I don't
long.
remember either.
And you know I remember.
Yes, we know.
Facts. I never remember shit. She'd be like, "You remember, girl? No."
Yeah, girl, no.
And you did. You said no.
So, just like Robyn's on Twitter, I was on the internet looking for topics. And one of the topics that was on there was, would you change your religion for marriage? Or maybe not necessarily for marriage, but just like for the person that you are dating.
I'm asleep.
God.
But
That's my name.
No.
But she said with a nod.
No.
I'm gonna. Are we starting now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna and here's the thing, right? So I feel like it just depends on not necessarily me per se, but I think it just depends too on how religious you are.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a little bit maybe more spiritual than religious. And even though I am religious to a certain extent, I ain't trying to offend nobody on here, but I feel like your foundation is your religion, and to try to convert that or try to mix that, it's not going to be something that I could even take serious because I don't believe in it.
Right.
So like it's
Right.
like if God is my number one this is my foundation of life, right? Because religion is a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to persuade me to go into your, it's not pure, it's not genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like ultimately you trying to convert for a guy or whatever, I just think it's just that, like, period. Like
For
you're just
them.
converting for a man, not really converting because this is something that you believe. Let me find it on my own. Don't try to convert me. Like I dated a guy who was
That's what I was
Muslim.
gonna say. So could you date someone? Like, can you still be married to them and not convert?
But here's the thing. I don't even think it can even get that far for me as far as even marriage, because
that far for those religious men.
It can't even get that. It can't even get that far. And like I had fun, you know. It was a weekend, bitch. That's it. Like, I can't even take it serious. Like, you know, it was just a lot. Like he was Muslim, so he's praying 5 times a day. Like, and he was dead ass. Like, you know, like, and I'm just sitting there looking stupid. And he on the floor, like praying.
Right.
You know, it was beautiful, but that's not. I feel like I could, you know, support you. Be here to hear. I feel like sorry, she wants me to give neck to
put it in your stomach.
She wants me to put it in my throat, baby. I feel like I lost my thought. So, but yeah, like right. Like I feel like I can support you in it. As far as doing the most to like convert. No, because that's just not my beliefs. And then you also have to, I'm a mother, right? So I have to consider that as well. Like if this is something that I feel like I want to raise my kid in, and being just religious is just more than that. It affects your livelihood, what you eat, what you drink, what you can wear. You know what I mean? It's just so, like who you interact with. And
I think like, and this is just me because like I said, flat out, my answer is no. But I just playing devil's advocate a bit and thinking of it from the opposite side. I mean, I guess I could see if I believed this thing my whole life, right? And like you said, this was my foundation, and I started dating someone and getting to know a bit more about it, and it felt like I was led to that, and it felt like, wow, this is really adding to my foundation and like building my foundation, and so converting for that reason. But I think that reason then would be because I wanted to. It wouldn't be converting for my for a relationship on your own, right?
Like, that's something that, you know what I'm saying, I would be open to it, if not me, but you know what I'm saying, the third person in me would be open to it if this is something that piqued my interest. If it was genuine to me, like it spoke to me, not you necessarily trying to persuade me or lead me into doing something that's it's just not going to be genuine for me. And I feel like almost it's kind of insulting, like low key, for me to come into something that you're trying to persuade me into when this isn't like really my beliefs or whatever. It's almost disrespectful to me.
Yeah. Like, I mean, but ultimately also that is like the point of religion, or that is what you're like, a lot of times what God is telling you to do is to spread the word and to try and get as many followers as you can, to let people know, you know, that is part of your religion, is spreading the word. But as far as forcing it on me and telling me that you should, I don't like, you need to, you have to, or, you know, I don't like that in religion in general. Like, I don't like like the Christian church, the Baptist church
what they say is bad.
And like damning you to hell, and for doing whatever the case is, or like all of those things. Like I don't like that at all.
And that's the thing. I feel like when religion, you always hear about what you just said, damning you to hell. It's just like you hear about what you can't do.
Right.
Can't do. We never hear about the beauty or the this and the that in religion. So I feel like if that's something that you get introduced to, that could very well change your mind and make you want to convert on your own.
Facts.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? That's cool, but that's just not something for me. You know what I'm saying? For you grow up. So.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not down for it. I'm not like you said too. I'm not a super religious person, so I wouldn't even be able to connect with someone on any type of deeper level if that is what you're into, because you're never going, like, I'm never going to add up to what you want or whatever, because I'm not into it, or or whatever the case is. Like, I'm never going to be
and that's why that date was a little weekend.
Just short.
I had already knew in my mind going into it, I can't take you serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I already knew this, but what's sweet about it was the fact that he respected that. And even it was Valentine's Day weekend, he still, even though we can't celebrate Valentine's Day, he still took me out to eat. He still, we went shopping the next day, but you know what I'm saying? Which I felt was a compromise.
Yeah.
Right. But I feel like religion is something that you just can't compromise.
No, I agree.
Even though I'm not super hallelujah.
Right. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Before what I was saying, I was kind of playing devil's advocate. When it comes to specifically for me, I don't think I would be, or I guess I can say I don't think I would be, because I've never been put in a situation where I, willing to convert, because I know my relationship with God, and I know the things that God has gotten me through or pushed me through, or the faith that I have. And like, so it would be like really hard for me to come up off that, because I think you fine. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or and I'm joking when I say, and I won't,
ultimately if you did that, I would be like, in the back of my mind, she did that for a nigga. Like, that's always just gonna be like, bitch, you in a hijab for a nigga. Like, why you say it, hijab?
I think you said it right the first time. I ain't even gonna attempt it.
I think
I think it's a hijab though.
Maybe because I sound ghetto when I said it. Like,
not as ghetto as some girls. 15 D through F.
But I would ultimately be like, you did that for a man. Yeah, which isn't whack.
No, that's not
and you
cool at all.
rarely hear the other way around. I feel like it's always
that's so true.
Like, it's always women converting, because I be watching 90 Day Fiance and stuff like that. And it's hella like, and I don't even watch and I thought I'm supposed to be watching it. I'll be catching it. I'm like, what? And when I saw this topic, I instantly thought, like, damn, it's like, oh, what would I do? But no, what about what he gonna do?
Right.
Would he convert for me?
Right.
Because it's like this stigma where it's just women, and I feel like that's why.
Yeah, it's a big part of it's a big part of the Bible also. But like the man is supposed to be this, he's supposed to carry this role. He has to, and so we are supposed to follow him, and we are supposed to, in air quotes, because our job ultimately is to find a husband to provide and to protect, and boom, like that is what a woman's job is supposed to be.
And a man's job is also supposed to serve the wife
and to provide and protect. That's what it's supposed to be. But the things that, I guess, the steps that it takes, I don't know. I just feel like there's so many. The stigmas are never gonna go away.
Ever. Facts.
Like, they are never ever gonna go away, because there's so many different levels to it. Because I feel like there's people who believe like same thing, like, well, I'm the woman, and is he gonna convert for me, or blah blah blah. But also, well, if my man works hard and he is paying the bills, and I should also be cleaning the house and like, there's that level. And not that that's wrong, like, not that that's wrong if you feel that way, but that's a stigma. There's somebody else who's like, I will never clean up for my husband, and I will and he better convert for me, or I don't give a fuck if he converts for me, but I will never, so it's just
For the record, I'm not one of those bitches. Just put it out there. Just put it out there. Like, let's just put it out there. Anybody watching, I'm not one of those bitches.
Facts. I don't cook, I don't clean. Let me show you how I got this right.
But I do though. But I do. Right.
Yeah, that was. Look at her laugh with the ring.
Sorry.
So
I love it.
I ain't got no ring, but I can show y'all how I got this watch. I got this watch, bitch.
That's on period too.
And that's on who?
That's fact.
So, show you how I got that because I got time, literally. So,
that's facts. Yeah,
but yeah, I guess what about what? I ain't hear you. What you doing?
I do cook.
You
I do
converting?
clean.
No, not
Oh,
you
okay.
converting.
She do cook. She do clean.
No, I'm not converting.
You converting?
I can't do it.
Well, guys,
I think
so
some
stick to
people
your
can,
religion.
if you're open.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're not really like a big religious person either way, like and you're just an open free spirit.
But then
you-
ultimately, you doing it for the nigga.
Yeah.
Like you're not doing
No.
it because.
Yeah, I think the people that are willing to convert that are not actually into it are just like suckers. Like they're just literally like they're just suckers. Like
they're not connected to anything, so that might be.
They don't have no
a little bit-
foundation.
Yeah, so.
And it sucks because it's like people do that without not even just being about religion. Like I feel like as women, like
But
Don't
maybe
convert.
sometimes the beauty of it, maybe it can be the beginning of that for somebody, you know.
to connect. That's what I'm saying.
you know,
like if you're a
so-
free person and you
Right.
that could be something that
right, but ultimately that's you
finding it yourself.
like
Yeah.
that's ultimately what that is. But if you hate it and every day you really
just-
want to have your you really want to show your long beautiful luscious hair, but you got the hijab on because you also want this
Yeah.
man, you know, you
Someone
need this
fact
man.
check if we're saying it right.
Like
Yeah.
You guys understand what we're trying to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
We not
I'm like
covering-
I'm
And
like
also
90%.
not Muslim being the only religion that you
Correct.
could like
Oh,
convert
right.
to.
Yeah.
You know,
to
also
atheist.
there's a lot of
There's so
That
many.
would
Oh my
be
God, there's
that
so
would
many.
never happen.
I know. Well, no, I know that. I'm just saying, like, to actually convert for someone to convert to another religion. Like, let's say someone who did not,
Mm.
who did not necessarily believe in God or just didn't know anything about their savior or whatever. They can easily get converted into
Correct.
being an atheist. Like all of a sudden now you're telling me all these things that one I never even
all of a sudden
did
you're
the
a
research
a
for or whatever
conspiracy.
it is.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It's like,
People
you're just eating up what I'm telling you. So
Yep.
now you're a converted atheist. So
Right.
it's like,
Right.
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's true too.
But
Right.
No,
I think that an extremist in any point though, like anybody who's like, you know, like we were in Vegas and there was a group of people that every single night they stand by this super busy escalator with their, you know, God is coming signs and it's calling everyone sinners. And it's like, you know, God is coming and you know, you're all damned to hell, like literally saying these things on the mic and just standing there. And anybody who's too extremely into anything, it's a problem. It's an addiction. It's not okay. Like I just like that shit is not okay.
And I think ultimately it's where you put your focus at, right? Because they could just be out there screaming that God loves everyone and God will, you know, forgive all of your sins, but you're choosing to, you know, the way that they choose to portray it or say it or whatever. And at that point it's almost like, so you're just here for the attention or you're here to get people to listen.
Right.
Because
You know,
how do
I'm
you
not
expect
listening
people
to that.
if you're yelling at
yeah,
me,
Be
like, if you're yelling
open
at
or
me,
accepting. You
exactly.
telling me already I'm going to hell, so why the
Yeah.
hell am I about to just sit here and listen
And
to
find
all
out
the reasons
more.
why?
Yeah.
Like,
That's why I said
no.
there's a certain, like, if that's what you choose to do, there's a certain way you could not project it on somebody.
That's
but
crazy because I'm gonna be like, why?
but there are. It's even enough. And I wish I can remember it, but they're like they were purple. I can't remember.
Oh, I
But
know you're talking about.
there are extremists in their religion, and then there are like
I'm gonna
people who
Google it
are-
so I don't say the wrong
And
thing.
I know, and that's why I'm really
they
mad
like
because I
Mormon?
know
No.
no
7-Day Adventists?
no. and it's really, I'm really upset because I should know this.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Jehovah's Witness?
No, it's like
because that is.
I want to say it's kind of
extreme.
man-based, kind of. I'm gonna tell you right now.
What I'm talking about.
The
But
Moors.
there are extremists in that religion, or and there are people like that are like actually good people, and they're trying to get the followers or explain to you this is why I educate you, teach you, and then there are the ones that are like they technically do bad, but for their religion. So it's like, okay, that's not. It made me look at it in different. I wish I could remember what it was.
Nah, don't worry about it. I ain't gonna say it on here, cause.
And then too, you know what? And it's the last thing I'm gonna say. I just feel like I said before, it's not even getting that far for me. For me to even consider marriage, right? So I feel like if you're just full on entertaining, or being in a relationship with someone that you don't agree with their religion or whatever, you might as well convert at that point, because what are you really doing? Besides sitting here participating and doing all of this,
unless y'all could agree to disagree.
That's just not happening.
But then I'm not converting.
Yeah.
Like if I agree
what's the
to
point?
disagree, I'm
It's
not
just
converting.
religion just touches on so many topics like sexuality, your food and just politics and your beliefs. It's just too heavy for to mix.
You see, I don't agree.
I don't agree either.
Because if I love you, we can make this work. And it's so long as you're not disrespecting me or you're not like hurting me in
because
any way.
It's not even gonna be just you though. It's gonna be your friends. It's gonna be your family. Who they're all gonna have those. Not even just you. It's gonna be everyone else as well. That's gonna affect.
I think it could work.
I do too.
I don't think it would be easy at all by any means, and I think it would have to really be a connection between you and I right here, where we block out what our friends and our family say, and
the
we are
truth is,
just right here with each other.
Neither one of you can be extremists. Like that's just really what it is. Because if you're willing to put up with what I do that is against your religion, right? If I'm willing to put up, there are things that I'm willing to stretch on. Like to say, like maybe my partner might be a Christian and I'm not a Christian. I don't call myself a Christian, but I'm spiritual and I do believe in God, but I'm not a Christian.
Right.
I make it work. But even if my partner may read their Bible every single night, before we go to bed, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's what they do. That's how they work. There has to be some type of common ground. Like there has to be, like that's.
And you can't judge me for what I do or how I go about it. That I think that's the biggest part is like how you said he prayed 5 times a day or whatever. And you do that, but don't expect me to pray with you those 5 times a day, and
then what if he's being offense to that? That's what I mean when I
but
say
what
that.
if he's not? What if
I feel like people outside of Christianity take their religion way more serious than we do.
But not everybody. I think
I agree.
There's literally levels to every single, like there's literally.
I feel like they take it a little but outside of Christianity, I feel like they take it a little bit more seriously. I just feel like ultimately because of it's gonna cost.
I feel like I've heard of Muslim strippers. Like I literally feel like I've heard a story of a woman who like strips in her hijab. Like I literally have heard of things like that. And I just feel like there's just literally because your politics and your religion, like it just all gets so blurred.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like it will work.
I think a big part of it though, how you feel like other religions take their religion more seriously is because we know so many Christians, because that is how we are. Most of us were like raised. Now a lot of those people, a lot of Muslims who are raised Muslims consider other Muslims not Muslim because they do certain things or they, so it may kind of be like the same kind of thing where they stick to their core things. For example, maybe praying 5 times a day. He still took you out for Valentine's Day. He still, and maybe he didn't say it was for Valentine's Day, but so he
meant something to you.
Exactly. And he still wasn't like just super because if he was an extremist in his religion, he wouldn't have done it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
he wouldn't even have been out with you. He wouldn't even entertained you at all.
Exactly,
if they really weren't willing to stretch it.
That's why I said it is compromising.
Yeah,
I just feel like
I think it can work.
I think it can work for that evening, Valentine's Day, that evening. But when it comes down to just, you know what I'm saying, that evening. But when it comes down to everything else, these things are gonna come when you throw kids in the mix.
I was gonna say kids is where it gets confusing. This in the mix and you throw all. That's why I'm saying ultimately, I don't think it's gonna work. Me personally, I don't know no Jew that's married to no Muslim. I don't know no Muslim that's married to no. I don't know them personally. Yeah. That's why I'm saying I don't feel as though it's gonna work because there's too much in religion, and religion is your foundation. I feel like ultimately it won't mesh. It won't work. I think it can.
I think it can.
I think I'm a hopeless romantic, though. So
you know, I'm not. I am not a hopeless romantic at all. I am not a hopeless romantic.
To an extent, I am. These niggas be lying.
I think because I am such an open person, and I am willing to accept a lot. I think of different things that, like you said, as long as you're not disrespecting me, as long as you're not hurting me, as long as you're not hurting the people I love, as long, you know, you can't do things that are that I completely disagree with. You know what I mean? You can't be a freaking murderer, but you love me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna deal with that.
She love you though.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Like,
put it in yourself.
Like that, you know, what'd you say about the list? Like, you know, there's things that I'm not gonna compromise on. Like, I can't compromise on that. But I am willing to compromise a lot because I'm just super open to.
And it just sucks because you can be that way, but guess what? His best friend ain't gonna be so nice. And they or his brother.
I'm not dating y'all.
Period.
So as so long as you don't make that come over here, then we're good. Now, if you let
you know how to handle them, and period,
then we're not going to work. But we're not working because of religion. We're not working because you're not protecting me. And this could be anything. They could disagree with what I do for a living.
Period.
And they could be attacking me and.
If you don't stand up for me, and you're not protecting me, and you don't put them in their place where they're supposed to be because I am your woman. No. And like you said, it has nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with you not standing up for me.
All right, so we all agreeing that you can't.
Period.
Everyone's at a no. Okay.
Everyone's at a hard no.
Right. Amen. And that's on amen.
And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
One.
Jeannie.
I may be,
but I'm ready.
Yes, that harmony.
You heard it?
Yes, I appreciate that.
I know that y'all felt that.
Sounds like a hater.
Vibration. Girl. You heard it?
Yes.
Y'all, the 7-year-old me used to be 9-year-old maybe used to be like recording shit. Bitch.
Really, I look like I'm in church. This get up and just the white walls. Welcome to choir practice, y'all.
Please open your Bibles too.
Right. Please open your Bibles.
Right. That's why you wanted to talk about that. Because it's giving Sunday school.
Yes. This is literally what I had in my suitcase. I just didn't plan I had to cancel a doctor's appointment this morning.
I feel it.
In Hawaii? No, this is what I wore to my dad's birthday dinner. Once again, I was on Twitter.
I don't even know people. I don't even be on Twitter.
Like, that's crazy. A lot of people are on Twitter and Twitter is so very popping.
My fucking life.
No, you should. If you really liked it before, like, please get back on. It is so good. Twitter is so good.
No, because I'm not funny on there.
So,
you will be.
You would be funny on Twitter. Maybe even if you don't start out funny, your replies to people will be funny.
I just be able to talk. I don't have time.
You can leave voice notes now on Twitter.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, you can leave little voice notes on Twitter now.
Well, so I was on Twitter and I saw this tweet and it said, dang, I'm trying to remember now. It said, it said like, fuck reassurance.
You said it.
You better get you some self-confidence is what it said. And it went really viral. Right. And I was so shocked because I was like, I have self-confidence and I still like reassurance. And I was just curious how y'all felt about that or how important reassurance is to you in a relationship and like how often you need to be reassured and how you like to be reassured.
I feel like because of that tweet, and I'm just gonna quickly say this, and I'm gonna jump out. I gotta gather my thoughts. That was not my phone, bitch. I thought it was. My phone don't even be on vibrate. Like, so That was not quite my phone.
It's ESPN.
I feel like it's a thin line sometimes, or people confuse it with reassurance and insecurity.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
So
with that tweet, with what he said, right? Yeah,
exactly. And I feel like a lot of men sometimes they look at reassurance as you being insecure.
Yep.
And that is whack, because that's not always, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
not
that's not I feel like I need reassurance in not even just in relationships, like just in general in my life.
Yeah.
Like, but go ahead, because I'll keep going. Y'all start.
No, because I feel like everyone needs a little reassurance. And like you said, like reassurance and insecurity, they definitely have to be. Especially, I think it's because he said "ho." I think it's because that "ho," you better get you. That just sound like you trying to like comfort me or gather me. Because I also feel like, and I was just saying this to a friend today, and once again, I feel like it sounds bad, but you are the only person in control of your feelings, right? And so ultimately, you like if a person isn't giving you the reassurance that you want or that you desire, it is your choice to leave, or you know, whatever the case is, let them know and maybe they can change or whatever the fuck. But I feel like that is where he was maybe trying to go with the tweet, as far as like you are the only person in control of your feelings, and if you feel like you need this reassurance in order to, I don't know, or like you're waiting for a sign.
I don't feel like he went there. I feel like he flat out was saying you're insecure. Like flat out,
I feel like that's what he was saying, and it's like, just because I want to be reassured doesn't mean that I'm insecure. You know what I'm saying? Even if, like, I think that men tend to think like, or some men at least, like, because I'm with you, like, that should be all the reassurance you need.
Right.
Like, no, you can tell me
I'm pretty,
I look good today, or, you know, you don't have to wait until you're in an argument with someone to tell them that you want them in your life, or you need them in your life, or they mean that,
and they need reassurance too.
Absolutely.
Like,
but I think women are a bit better with giving men reassurance with just the small, like, womanly things that we do. You know what I'm saying? The comfort of, like, a woman, you know, I'm gonna touch you. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm, or even when you get me upset, like, I'm gonna be upset. Like, at least in my relationship, you know, if I get my boyfriend upset, like, he's just quiet. He's, you know, and it's like, okay, but if he gets me upset, like, I'm like at your neck, or I'm talking to you about it, or I'm trying to. So even in a way, I feel like that's reassurance. Like, I'm saying, like, I'm fighting for this, I'm tugging for this, I'm pulling for this, and like, so I think that it's super important to let somebody know, and just not in vulnerable or weak moments in, like, y'all's relationship. It's equally as important when y'all are doing fantastic.
It's definitely important to have that reassurance, only because a lot of times, like you said, and nothing can even be going wrong, like, in a relationship, but just to have that factor of kind of like, you know, why we're in this in the first place, or why, you know, what are we doing? Like, I feel like if you keep letting me know along the way, at least that lets me know we're on the right track, or we're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we're going. But as far as it being something where it becomes like an insecurity, I could see that too, where some women or men in general, it's no longer reassurance, it's nagging, and it becomes insecure, and that's not cute. Neither one. But just, you know, having that, like you said, it's about me feeling comfortable and knowing that, hey, I got this, we're together, without me feeling like I always have to wonder, well, we got an argument, but where do you stand now? Or, damn, we haven't been on a date in 6 months. That's not my life, but we haven't been on a date in 6 months, and do you still find me attractive? Like, all of that is it's a thing. Or just,
I feel like it becomes nagging and insecurities when you
some people don't know the difference though.
I'm saying when, like, you have actually, because a lot of times I feel like people expect people to say certain things to them or treat them a certain way, and they never speak up if it's not happening that way.
Right.
And I feel like, you know, the reassurance comes after you communicate, you know what I'm saying? After you say, listen, I don't feel like you are reassuring me. I don't feel like you want to keep this relationship going. I don't feel like you're this. And you express your concern, and then you see the change or you don't see the change. Now, that is when it becomes on you, right? Like, because how many more times are you going to keep saying, like, I don't feel reassured. I don't feel reassured. I don't feel reassured. I don't feel reassured. Now, bitch, it's on you. Where's your self-confidence? Get the fuck out of this relationship. Get out of this. Like, what are you doing? They don't care. Like, they clearly don't care. So they're not changing. So leave. Now, if you're seeing
the factor of they don't care, I think that in general, like, I feel like as far as like me in a relationship, I feel like I'm not as emotionally available sometimes than what my man is currently. And that's just us being two different people. And I feel like he needs that touch, that love. Me, I'm not like that.
I do.
I mean, I am, but I'm more so like kind of tell me, don't touch me. Like, you could tell me though.
Right.
Like,
I feel that.
Like,
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
I'm
like, and that's, I just feel like it becomes a fine line with where if you keep looking for that reassurance, bitch,
now you're insecure.
Now you're nagging.
Yeah.
Like, and now it's kind of like everything don't have to be about you needing this reassurance, or I'm not about to keep doing that every day or every other day.
That's a lot. It's
a lot. So I feel like you with playing devil's advocate, I feel like I'm going either way with that. Like, yes, people do need reassurance. Absolutely. We need that positivity to know that we're doing a good job in this or in that, or in our relationship. And even niggas too, like you said, they need reassurance. Like, you know, or women, like, you know, we be in a bed, who pussy this is? Like, you need that. Like, that's a nigga, like, low key needing that reassurance that it's yours.
It is.
Like, and I feel like it's great to do it, but it comes to like an extent of how you're doing it. Your delivery for one, your delivery of the reassurance that you need, and then two, how often do you need this reassurance?
Right. And I think that, okay, well, two things. Envy said reassurance is important regardless of things going good or bad, and I completely agree. I think that
who is Andy?
Envy.
Oh,
envy. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that
Toy Story.
Right. Andy.
Who is Andy?
There's a 64-year-old white man out here. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Who is Andy? Who is that?
I think like you hear people say you can't love people in your love language. You have to love them in their love language. So that's what it boils down to. And also we touched a bit earlier on like compromise, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm definitely not saying I just don't think that you should. I guess I don't know what I really think per se is a good amount of reassurance, but I just don't think that reassurance should only come from vulnerable spots in your relationship or times when things are, it's like, no, I really do want to be with you. That should be something that I know already, or something that, you know, and you have to give me that however I like to receive that.
That's the difference.
But why? I don't agree.
What do you mean? That's a part, because that is a part of our partnership. That is
absolutely not to a point that's uncomfortable for the opposite person, but
you still, because at the end of the day, I think us women are going to expect their. I feel like I have a nail on, but I don't. Forgot. Like, women are going to expect their man to do that for them, but like, when Brittany was talking, I was like, damn. I was like, I feel like I'm not really good at.
I think I'm great at it.
I think that there's other ways, right? It doesn't have to be words.
Actions. I'm more
the fact that when he comes home and you cook and he has a meal, and that is reassurance.
That's me doing it for you. But I think sometimes, like, your partner being your partner and how your partner is, they may want to hear it in their love language.
No, that's what's important.
For me, I didn't know that, like I don't need to hear it, but I realized, like, sometimes hearing it, I'm like, yeah,
sounds good.
It's kind of good.
It does, but I feel like ultimately, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I'm really just repeating myself, but
you know what I'm saying. But yeah, true. Yeah, whatever. You can do that, but actions do play a lot. So I don't feel like I necessarily have to cater to the way that you want to be loved.
Not every time.
Let
All
me
the time. Not every time.
hear me out. Okay, for y'all fighting, like, why y'all bitches want to fight me? Like, hear me out. I feel like, here's my thing. If I'm entering a relationship with you, hey girl,
Hey.
you know what I'm saying? Let me love you the way that
You know how.
I know how to the best of my ability. Because at that point, if I'm doing it the way that you want me to, or the reassurance you need, that creates expectations, right? And I don't want to be that person to not meet your expectations, because we create these in our head,
But
based off of, hold on,
agree.
hear me out. Here, based on how we want to be. But I feel like ultimately you should let a person love you the way, because guess what? You came into this expecting, I want you to love me for me and how I love you for you. Don't try to make me love you the way that you want. It's not authentic and it's not genuine.
I don't agree, but maybe the way you love isn't all right. Like, it ain't right. Like,
then
just
we have to just agree to disagree.
Right, and
what's up with in this relationship? Because yes, like you said, I'm different. You don't need, you're like me. You don't really necessarily need all that touchy. I don't, but I'm gonna reassure you in other ways. I cook, I clean. If I'm out in a store and see your do-rag is dusty, I'm gonna buy you another one.
right.
Like I'm gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying, every day my man comes home to my, you know what I'm saying,
no, and that's fine. But what I think is like not having to love someone strictly how but for example, like how you said that you're not necessarily touchy feely, but you like words, right? But if you were to just walk in the house one day or in the
she do it though. She just said, like, sometimes, okay, like, I may not be touchy,
but I'm just saying,
I'm gonna rub your back or whatever.
But what I am saying
is give and take.
Hear me out. Hear me out. What I'm saying is that when you do things because your partner ultimately knows you and knows that she really not the touchy. So when you do that thing, like you come and you rub his back, or if you come and give him a random kiss in the kitchen,
that's reassurance.
It goes so far, and that's reassurance, and that holds you over for longer than you know.
Yeah,
like I will not forget the other day we were on the couch and my boyfriend, he reached over and I was just laying on the couch and he reached over and he just put his finger under my shirt just like this. He didn't say a word, and I was like, oh my God, he likes me. He really and it was reassurance for me. And then 2 weeks later we were having a discussion or whatever. I'm like, you have no clue how much the little things like me gestures. Like when you did that, like I was like, that was reassurance. I don't necessarily need you to say it, or I don't need you, but like you got to show me along the way that like this is what you want,
and that's where I go back to the very first thing said, kinda. It depends on your delivery of the reassurance and how you require it to be put on your doorstep,
and the way you receive it too, because that may not be enough for some people. That little touch,
and that's where
they may need that good morning text every morning. I love you every night.
I'm gonna be like, bro, what is up?
Move.
Like, what are you doing? Like,
it's like, and that's when you as a person have to make the decision to leave or stay. Like, your partner, no matter how you are, they, like you said, they love you for who you are, and they accept those little back rubs or those little whatevers, even though maybe they might want more. Like, maybe it would be nice to have more, but I'm compromising. I understand, because I see she's trying. I see they're making the effort. I see that they are reassuring me that I love you, and this is what I can give. This is what I'm willing to give, for you, and that's how the relationship works.
It's unfortunate because sometimes that little bit of you need a reassurance and this and that, it be creating expectations sometimes.
But you have to, but let's be realistic. Expectations are real. Like we say no expectations,
and you're allowed to have them.
Like in the same shit, we ain't dating no broke niggas. We expect our dudes to come with some financial something.
Absolutely.
So
that is not when I go on a date. I mean, that's not me, but
that is an absolute expectation. Like, and in a certain, there are things in a relationship that I do expect in my relationship because I why am I here if I didn't expect this? Like,
absolutely. But when it comes to reassurance, I just, it's a thin line, right? And I feel like if this is something that you need, communicate that to me. However, don't sit here and keep pressuring and badgering me about it, because then I'm sorry. Don't. If this is what you need, communicate that to me effectively. Don't get pissed off that you're not getting it either. Like,
because before you get pissed off, skate. Like,
yeah, leave.
Leave. You shouldn't be getting pissed off. You should be able to communicate like what
and
you
if,
like.
No, I mean, but that's true though. Like, because I have friends that they vent to me and they talk to me, and it's like, well, how come he isn't? And you're mad about it, right? So that I feel like it can quickly become you pressuring that person for this certain type of reassurance.
Yeah,
I don't
if
think
that
it's
person
fair.
it's not fair. And if that person and that's what I say. And if you keep having to pressure that person to give you what you want, and they are not changing, it's time to go.
It's time. Absolutely time to go.
But if you see the change, that's different. Like if you recognize that they're trying, maybe they're not perfect. It is going to take time. You can't expect somebody just tomorrow. You said it, so I have to change, and I'm going to change today. No, that's not going to happen.
And that's the problem. People expect that,
and you cannot expect that. That is impossible. This is literally impossible. But if you see the change along the way, of course you stay. Of course you stay. And it doesn't. Criticism is allowed. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're allowed to say like, hey, I see that you are trying, but maybe do it this way, because ultimately you know what you want, and you should be able to express that. You shouldn't have to walk on eggshells because you're worried about nagging somebody or whatever the case is. Like, you should be able to express yourself. And like you said, it's the delivery. I'm not gonna come at you, like you said, angry, yelling at you. You need to no, but like you said, I see that you're trying, but I would like this because, that's just it. And, everybody has their limits. Like I said, it just gets to a point where it's like,
bitch, you're annoying.
What are you doing? Like, please,
it's
time to go. It's time to go. Pack up your shit.
Wow, I can't wait to get in a relationship. You guys give out all the
girl
advice.
Call me, you know. You know what I'm saying? Because I be dropping them gems. Like,
ever since we started, I'm like, oh wow, I know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Oh
wow.
Perfect fucking girlfriend. I can't wait.
But what's so funny is you're gonna get in a relationship and everything's gonna be completely different, and you're gonna have a roller coaster, and you're not gonna know what the fuck.
I just put it in the girl chat. Hey guys.
Period. We here for you, boo. We here.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You know why? Because I've got a different opinion. Jeannie got a different opinion.
That's
Lexi
true,
got a different opinion. Robyn got a different opinion. And guess what? Don't do that, because don't be that girl that you got to sit here and keep everything that's going on. You got to put it in a group chat. Don't do that. Absolutely don't do that.
The bothersworthy things.
Yeah.
What I will say is I have called my brother a time or two in a recent tell me why y'all hiccup, and I'm just like, bro, because I need somebody to kind of vent to, and also get a nigga's perspective, and a nigga who I trust and I love and is really gonna, and it's so frustrating. I hate them all, bro.
Yeah, no, I would never talk to my brother.
He literally I don't give him the most or the details or but he literally says you know what you can put up with.
Don't piss me off.
And then we just sitting in silence because I'm waiting for he's like, no one can set your limits but you. You know what you can put up with.
He just told you about yourself.
The nigga will say, I cannot answer that for you, Robyn. You can answer that for yourself. I'm like, what? No, why do you think I called you?
And that's what I'm saying. But you have to be able to be at a point where solve it on your own. If it comes to something that's just absolutely crazy, yes, you go ahead and you call me, or I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call you. But there's just things that as a woman and as a grown man, you have to just be able to fix on your own. Because why? You're gonna keep putting this shit in your chat, right? So their automatic opinion about your boyfriend is going to decline.
Yeah, that's what we're not having.
And you don't want, you have to absolutely watch the image that you portray about your partner.
Because I'm going to talk to him tomorrow anyway. So.
Right? Especially if you ain't going nowhere.
Exactly.
Especially if you finna go, you gonna go to bed just with an attitude. Come on.
I'll be telling y'all something till the next day after I figured it out.
This is what I'm saying. I be like, what? well, I already sent it, but
that's her favorite thing to say.
And that's with anything. I'd be like,
she never calls to be like,
I've already
should I
figured it
send or
out.
is this a good idea?
No,
She'd be like, you think I'm wrong because I did? I'm like,
I've already done it, bitch. I'm just trying to hear your feedback.
That's it. No, I agree though.
Because I've already worked this in my head.
One instance, I think every time I've
she's already replied.
Yeah.
It's truly how you
How you
feel.
feel.
So run with
Go
that.
with
But
it.
don't call me to try to.
Sometimes it needs to simmer.
On yourself though. On yourself.
Yeah, not
On yourself.
any outside. Yeah, sometimes it does need to marinate.
You should marinate with you.
I do, and that's what I came up
But
with.
not for like no, we say marinate. That don't mean
Kick her out.
We didn't
Kick
say dip
her
it in the
out.
sauce. We didn't say dip it in the sauce.
That's
Bro,
what I
said
came
pour
up
it
with.
out.
She like to dip in
Yes.
the sauce.
No, we said marinate.
I dip in the sauce.
Her fries,
so
she dip
little,
lightly.
like,
The text message, she's me. She's scooping the chicken nugget.
I am. I'm scooping in, bitch.
Like, she's gonna get it all together.
Yeah, I'm getting you
She
all
will
together.
not leave a what is it, a corner unturned, a page unturned?
No, I'm
whatever that
covering
thing-
my.
she-
First
she
of
will
all,
not
I'm
leave
dissecting paragraph, sentence, and sentence,
Yeah,
word
she's
from word.
you
I'm
won't-
gathering you all together. Do not ever come for me.
and she's
So-
gonna use like I can't remember.
Even at work, I do that
Word.
shit. Nice, nasty. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm good
like-
with that.
Yeah,
even
you
at
know,
work.
But she's gonna use additionally, comma.
right. I'm gonna furthermore.
Oh,
She don't
yes,
like it.
yes.
But
all the
nonetheless,
words, the
like-
cat-
using all them FCAT introduction.
yeah, that's she does, bro.
Listen,
and I'm
after
like,
she send them, you be like, bro, you shouldn't have.
yes. And then she I knew you was gonna say that though. That's why I did it. So
Like, this is what I'm saying. Because
Nah,
right, like don't right, because this is ultimately how I feel.
I was gonna
like,
say
so
that-
don't try to like water
that's
it down.
important
Like
to her.
it's like right, and you being able to, voice how you feel, or you should be allowed to do that and
Facts.
say
I
that.
agree.
Like, I don't need you to try to say, hey, Brittany, don't. Maybe you should say, and she's the queen of that. Maybe you should have said, no, I said what I said. Like, yes, the
Because
delivery could
I
have
just
been.
feel
I
like-
do. There is
exactly.
sometimes
Because
where
you want
my
people
delivery,
to listen to you before they get super defensive about anything. So I think that when
I'm
I
already
respond-
offended.
I- and that's her thing. She's
I'm
like, bitch,
already
I'm
offended.
offended, so I'm gonna offend you.
Right,
You know,
I'm already
or
offended.
I'm gonna let you know. But the way that I think is like, or I feel is like, I may eat that for a quick second.
Wow, that's
But
crazy.
in order to
Wow,
get
that's
my
crazy.
point across, and it also depends on who I'm dealing with. Because if I'm on the
Mhm.
plane, I'm nice, nasty, and I may be nasty.
Right.
But if I'm dealing with somebody I love or someone I care about, like I may eat it for a second to respond in a way that I think you're going to receive.
Mhm.
And then once I think that I have catered to you and did it your way, and you still not hearing me,
Then I'm doing my way.
I'm gonna lace up my boots.
Yeah.
and
These boots aren't made for walking.
At what?
At what?
At like just saying.
Give me
Yeah.
your phone.
But,
bitch.
but the good thing is that like,
Yo.
this has been something I've battled for probably like since I was like a kid, being able to like just say what's on my mind. I'm a
right.
I'm a people pleaser.
There's
Yeah.
certainly
So-
ways to
So
be selfish,
it
though.
is, and I've gotten a lot more better at doing that. Like really, really better at doing that.
You have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have.
So like even though I'm still working on the being able to just communicate.
Wow, you bitch is thirsty.
Wait, you weren't supposed
Yes.
to notice that.
So
I think that.
like it's really funny because like now in my relationship, he like reassures like I
don't
get
got
quiet.
nothing.
Like if something bothers me and I feel like I've said too much or I've said my point and I don't want to, I just get quiet.
Yeah.
It's like he's like, no, like say it. Like
Yeah.
say what's bothering you. Tell me.
Even if he
like-
knows already, he wants you to say
He
it.
wants you to say it.
or he may not know because
Okay.
I get real.
But he just
fucking-
knows something's wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, okay.
Use your
something's
words.
wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
That's
And I-
beautiful though,
That
because
is
that's
nice.
him
He's
catering
even-
to
right.
you.
Yes,
You know
because
what
I'm
I'm
not
saying?
good at like vocalizing what I want, but so sometimes I need a day, and sometimes he's like, okay, he'll ask me like 3 or 4 times, like, no, like something's bothering you, like tell me what's bothering you.
Because he
I'm
wants to figure it out.
Yeah, like I
and
want to
get
fix it. Like,
yeah.
what can
Yeah,
I do?
because I literally cannot fix it if you don't. If I
Same,
don't know what
but
the
I'm
hell's
just-
going on.
I'm just terrible at it. But I'm getting better.
That too, but also to recognize when a person just you should just stop, right?
Yeah,
right.
Facts.
So, because that's my
to the
thing,
point where I just like explode.
right? And I feel like ultimately, yes, I will get your life together. But a lot of stuff I eat and I suppress and I just don't even say shit because not out of fear of not, you know what I'm saying, it becoming something else, but just some things it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Like you have to pick and choose your
battles.
battles. Like some things it's just not worth it. Like this nigga could really piss me the hell off. And a lot of times I just don't even, yes, I'm upset. I'm mad. Like
I'm learning that.
Yeah, like
to just shut up.
Just shut up because
try.
At least try. Like I might, want to beat your ass, but I'm just not gonna say nothing, and I'm gonna have attitude till tomorrow. But don't just recognize when I'm just in a mood and I'm in the funk. Leave it alone. Like don't keep
I'm
agitating
different.
me, like adding fuel to the fire. But it depends on the subject or what we're talking about. Like just kind of, you know what I'm saying, like leave it alone, whatever. Don't keep bothering me because now you're gonna piss me off and I'm gonna turn into a lion at this point. I'm trying to be a chihuahua, but I'm trying to be a little kitten, a little
meow.
Just picking and choosing your battles, like it just everything, or just everything doesn't require a comeback. Everything doesn't require, you know what I'm saying, you to voice your opinion on how you feel about something. In relationships, you have to just really pick and what's going on here.
I'm just trying to find the front.
Trying to get a little neck action. I was gonna say someone's been watching the zoo video too much.
The zoo video.
Oh wow! But what were you gonna say, Sneak?
So fucking gross, dude.
I don't really remember. I think it was just along the lines of like how she was saying like just leave me alone and I don't want to be bothered. Where on the opposite end of that, like I kind of sometimes like I want to be bothered.
It
but
just depends on the situation.
I don't know that it depends on the situation.
Right.
Your partner know
because like bitch, you expect him to read my mind?
Yeah, like I never get asked a question like, okay, do you want me to leave you alone? And I'm like, yes.
But that's the thing.
Beautiful.
I'm that type. I will say I'm everything's fine. I need a moment. Like this is something that I've already said. If I'm in a mood or I'm in, sometimes there could be nothing wrong with me. Like nothing. I woke up and I'm in a mood. Like give me a second. I'm gonna get it together. But don't keep what's wrong. Don't do that.
Annoying.
Yeah, but does your partner know that? Like,
that's why I said I'm able to communicate enough to say I don't need you to come and baby me or what's wrong. I can communicate what's wrong.
What if somebody?
That's your reassurance.
I know, but I'm saying, and I'm the type of person like silence for me is like super scary, like because I'm just like I don't know what you got going on. I know how I feel, but you don't even know how I feel because I'm trying to be quiet. I'm trying to choose my battle this time and not speak up or say the most or so like I'm really and now I'm just sitting here quiet and then you like, oh, you want something to eat? No, bitch, I want to talk about what's wrong.
So
like
maybe you should communicate that to your partner and saying like,
right, because ultimately that's not choosing your battle because it's a battle you want to fight. So
exactly, but we talked about it earlier as far as compromise. You know what I'm saying? If you know that your partner is not the type of person, for example, as soon as something happens, I'm ready to talk about it. But if your partner is the type of person who likes to simmer on something for a minute and talk about it in a day or two after they've really reflected on the situation.
Correct.
But I'm the person who likes to talk about it immediately. Sometimes that gets kind of hard.
But there's a possibility that things sometimes sound stupid, right? Like I feel like sometimes communication sounds dumb because sometimes we do need to over communicate. And I feel like you say like, hey, I understand that you probably want to sit on this and you don't.
Yeah, I'm not in a relationship.
Yo, she's leaned all the way back.
But it's like, I understand that you don't want to talk about this, but it's something that later on I would like to speak on. We can be quiet right now, like, you know what I'm saying? But later on I would like to talk about it because ultimately if you don't say anything, then that your partner may think, okay, she chose her battle and her decision was to not fight it.
Right.
So we're never going to talk about it. Like, we're just not going to talk about it because she chose to not speak about it. So if if it's something that you really actually want to have a conversation about, then you do have to express that to your partner.
Of course, absolutely.
Do you feel like that about every situation, or just
that's what I'm saying? Like, how is it? Like, is it everything?
I think it's important for. And also in a new relationship for you to understand how I feel about certain things as they kind of happen.
Correct.
Certain things, not everything, but certain things, and even if I think I do at least my best to be like, hey, I'm not mad about this, but I would have preferred if it went this way. Just so you know, you know what I'm saying? But all of that is open. All of that is open to like how the other person receives it. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe he may feel like I'm trying to start an argument. It's like, no,
or maybe he can just feel like you're being too bossy or assertive, or
maybe so. And then I'm just like, oh my god, no. I'm just saying,
communicate to me. Yes, if that's how you feel, and it's your turn to communicate to me and tell me, hey, I feel like when you do this, you're very assertive, you're very bossy. I don't like that.
Right.
And it's like, okay, then we find a common ground, or we don't find a common ground, and maybe we need to part our fucking ways because we're never going to find our common ground on these things.
I mean, without jumping to the extreme of like going completely breaking up, ultimately I just feel like you just really have to pick and choose your battles in relationships.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and when I say go your separate ways, I mean like that's like after so long.
Are we recording?
Yes.
Oh shit.
That's why she said, why are you leaning back?
I'm just having a random Sorry. I'm here.
Casey. I'm not in a relationship.
But I thought she knew that.
I thought she did too.
I mean, I'm still not, but I'm here.
She's recording now.
I'm here.
Listen, this is her first day drinking in 30 days. She is lit. It's litty. Rich to Rich's voice. Rich to Rich's love voice.
Okay, she's going to hear this, and now we're all going to get in trouble. I did not agree with what they're
getting in trouble. Ultimately,
what? My mama.
Reassurance is important.
Oh, reassurance is definitely important. And I think reassurance is one of those things that you can't really do for you because it's reassurance for a person. So you kind of have to cater to the opposite person's need when it comes only specifically in reassurance,
Right. And it just like going back is just depending on like how much reassurance do you need
before it becomes
a little bit of
but that's when it comes back to you and like you know yourself
because like now you might be complaining. I reassure you once a month, but you complaining that
you need it every day.
It's like, no, I need it once a week.
Are you scheduling the reassurance?
I don't.
I'm trying to find out.
I don't think you don't. You gotta feel
reassurance
day. Reassurance day.
He went by all day on reassurance day and didn't say anything. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
just
saying?
Understand like what your partners, how much they need reassurance, and just determine
or how they want reassurance.
That's what I'm saying. The delivery of it.
Yeah, reassurance.
Like,
I feel like when we say it, it just sounds like we want you to say, "Hey, you are doing a good job, and I love you.
You are sucking it great."
Relationship.
It was a head.
So commercial.
No,
but sometimes you need to be commercial.
No, I don't.
No, I don't want that.
I don't need that. No, I just need something. You can say it. You can
show it.
Feel it. You can show it. So okay.
Because ultimately, it's just showing that you just care for somebody.
No,
and that's nice.
Right. But wait, we talked about this for kind of a long time, but I'm curious to know individually, just like what is like your favorite form of reassurance? For me, like I like to be touched.
Why you gonna put me on a spot?
That's
like
for
that?
me. What is it for you, Lev?
I mean, I think it goes down to like your love language, and I just like acts of service. So like if you tell me, come on, baby, get in our car wash. Like, I like that. If you decide to cook dinner instead of me, I like that. If you decide to wash the dishes instead of me, like, I like those things.
Because that's sexy as hell.
A nigga wash a dish and that's reassurance?
No.
Many times a month.
No, I'll wash the dishes. Just touch me as I wash them. I like that.
I know. But
I like
that's
to
my
be
love. This is
touched.
my love language. This is what I like.
Is
Acts of
hearing-
service.
All right,
Yeah.
touch. Go ahead.
What you
looking at me for, bitch? It's your turn.
Can I guess? I have like a few. I just don't.
She
know.
keeps
Lay 'em
saying it
all
the
out.
wrong way, girl. This way. Why you
Okay.
want to move, Brittany? She want to be
'Cause
so
I'm-
close to you.
That's what I'm saying.
No, this way. It's right here.
What?
She's been doing. This is the last segment.
Go ahead.
I feel like I have a couple. Not
Mhm.
several. Like, I didn't know that I needed to hear things, but I like to hear things. Sometimes, even though you're showing me, maybe like once in a while, I like to hear, like, for reassurance. I didn't know I needed that until I actually.
And you're not gonna know because as an adult or in general, as you grow, your reassurance changes.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Agreed.
Like you're not gonna.
Amen.
That could just be very well something that you just find out because it does change. Ultimately, it changes as you change as a person.
And I think also as your partner, like sometimes you don't know what you wanted because you never got it before, and
Yep.
then somebody
like,
comes
oh,
into
comes
your life
in,
and
yeah.
introduces it to you, and you're like, God damn.
You better talk.
Okay. You're like, God damn. This is what this is. We kind of talked about that the last episode. It's like something that I will never allow to happen again is like somebody to not love me
The way I know I need to be.
Yeah,
fucking
because I
loved.
know what true love feels like now. Like I know what the fuck that's supposed to be, and you will never give me anything less than that now. Like
she know
period.
what that's supposed to be with her
Like,
ring.
yeah.
We get
Oh,
it.
shit.
We get it.
Stop it.
I feel like we all
My
read the
nail's not
book,
even
like,
done.
for
I'm
a
not even-
fairly long time of how like you're
What book?
expected. Maybe not a book. But
Oh.
The
I would say
unwritten book.
the unwritten book of like how things are just supposed to be.
And we talked about that throwing away our list.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did.
Goodbye list.
But then I feel like our list was based off of what we thought we were going to get. Like our list was like
goes back to expectations.
yeah. So it was kind of like no, not even expectations, because like you may want things a certain way, but because like like deep down, like in society, like real life shit, like you're just gonna get what you're gonna like. This is what you're gonna get, and I feel like a lot of women are just like, okay, well, if this is what I'm going to get, I'm going to like expect certain things based off of what I expect is going to happen. Like, oh, I'm gonna get cheated on. Like every nigga's gonna cheat on me. Like, and it's kind of like before. No, don't say that.
I'm joking.
Before like all of time.
Bitch, spin the mic. Like, what is this
Spin
game?
the mic.
No, like because she keeps laughing.
Spin the
But
mic.
what does that have to do with you spinning the mic?
Because I don't want them to hear me laughing. So I feel like if I move it, they don't hear me.
Girl,
She wanna be in the studio
She
so
just
bad.
want, yeah, she just want to
Like,
talk
she
like
wanna be
this
in
and
the
talk like
studio
this.
so
and be
bad.
Like,
Like,
she want to
she wanna be Cardi so bad.
Okay,
That's the Tito's.
your
But-
turn, Britt.
That's it.
What was the question again?
Yes, I was about to ask.
What is how do you like to be reassured?
Okay, great. Like I'm with her. I mean, it's multiple ways that you can definitely be reassured. I'm more of definitely an actions person, but also I rather you tell me or text me. No,
That's great.
not even that. But just because I'm a type of person, I go back and reread messages.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's
makes
giving
sense.
you
Yeah.
a reassurance without having to ask you.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
feel? I can go back and reread the things that you just said to me or what you know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm
really
so
sweet.
All right, let me just go back.
Oh, somebody should write you like love letters every day. You know, you like save them.
I'm that
like, you read
person.
them back.
Like
That's
I'm that
really
person.
so cute.
So that's gonna go back and you know what I'm saying?
You have like
I'm
a
gonna
love
go
letters
back and-
folder.
Almost fell off the
This is
chair.
what I'm saying. I'm gonna go back and reread those. But I'm also about action. And what I can say is my man, he's such like a provider and just an ultimate man that I
That's
can
beautiful.
appreciate. And it's almost like everything that you are doing in a sense that is just like reassuring for me.
Yes.
Because yes, you might feel away, but you still went and did this. And you still
Yes.
went and did that. And guess what? I'll never have to want for anything because he's gonna
Yes.
already provide it. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
And
Yes.
that alone is reassurance. Even if
Yeah.
I'm feeling
Mhm.
away, just to know that hey, you know what? You still paid that rent though. You still bought. You still did this
Because you didn't have to. You definitely did not have to.
This
And
is
if
what
you're
I'm
that mad,
saying.
you
You
could
don't have
definitely
to.
leave.
Yeah.
And you're
You don't have to.
facts.
So that
Right.
just alone and just your day to day and how you treat your partner, without even have to explain it, is reassuring enough for me.
Yeah.
Can I say, and I'm gonna make it really fast, but like that's why I feel like it's important to like deliver reassurance in the way that the person wants it.
Right.
Because for me, just because you like provide for me or whatever, I appreciate it and I love you for that. And I know that means that you care about me. But like that is just like, I need you to touch me. Like I need like that. If it's not happening, I feel like I don't want to say abandoned, but kind of rejected or not wanted or. But like, but in my brain, I'm like I know I'm just like, well, he's still doing this, so he loves me and he cares about. But it doesn't take away the fact that my heart desires that.
Right.
Yeah, but what if he can't give? What? But what?
That's not enough. Like
It's not. A lot of times it's not.
I just feel like as an
like sometimes it's not
it's not, and you have to be okay enough within yourself to decide, well, this is gonna be enough though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like me,
but
like
sometimes you'll run yourself dry saying like, okay, I'm gonna accept this because this is what
it's not even necessarily
expected.
accepting, it's just respecting, more so not accepting, respecting that, hey, this is a compromise and this is what I'm willing to give, and this is what I have, without changing who I am as a person.
I'm gonna channel my inner Sydney and say, you know what you can take.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so that's when
changing
it
me
flips
as
back
a
to you.
person.
It's
Like,
so true because ultimately, like you said, if you need more and you communicate to your partner that you need more and they're not giving you more, you now have that choice. You have that choice to say, I'm going to keep asking for more and not getting more, or I'm going to put up with this and so this person is not going to give me more and I'm okay with that because this is not what they're going to give me.
You have to be able to accept
or bounce. Like you have the choice. Like if it's not what you want, like you gotta go. Like and ultimately, like when you said that about your brother, I thought that like he said that, but like that is the truth. Like I can tell you, you can vent to me and I can tell you how I feel. Always. It always is. She's not even true. It's okay. We're just, it's so annoying. We're here.
We gotta find
Casey.
that song.
Casey, how do you like to be reassured?
I'm not reassured that she's here.
No, I'm here. Honestly, word to like Foxy Brown and Case. Touch me, tease me, caress me, bitch.
All of it?
Yes, I want to be touched. Well, I need to know.
And tease and please.
Girl, I was referencing the song.
I know. I'm just saying that's kind of like the same thing.
It's all the same. Yeah, touch me. But I want to hear it too from time to time. But I'm not gonna. Oh my God, can you tell me you love me today? I'm not doing all that.
Yeah,
that's a lot of energy.
Thanks for listening to the Girls Chat podcast, brought to you by Purple Unicorn Productions. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at the Girls Chat Pod to be a part of our game, Guess Who Sent That Text? Just leave your answers in the comments and stay tuned for the next episode to see if you were right.